All right, welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Excited to have you guys all here today to meet our principal founder, Peter. I like to call this our virtual meet and greet, a good opportunity to hear directly from the man who put all this together. Aaron, got glad to put a face to the name there. Thank you for joining us. Everyone else, actually, please turn on your camera as well. We like to keep Thursdays a very small, intimate. Jose, thank you, sir, for doing that as well. Hey, and my goodness, we only have one person without their name on. So everyone else, good job. Jared, thank you, thank you. Mr. iPhone, sir, please, if you don't mind changing your name, that'd be great. Or you let me know and I'll change it for you. But again, everyone else, please turn on your cameras. I will have our founder Peter here join us here in a second. Curtis, man, not only
How do
you
I
have your
change my name?
background that way, but you're dressed that way too. So
Well, I'm
jealous
at the
all
I'm at the
around.
How do
beach.
I change my name on
I'm
this
sorry you
thing?
guys can't be here with me. I'm at the beach and I'm having a good time
It's
today.
He
got
starts
iPhone instead of my
spraying
name.
himself with some water bottle too, right? There's a mist going on too. Uh,
Can you turn your camera
Curtis, glad you
off?
made the call. I know you and I just
They want
spoke.
to see you.
Shirley, welcome,
What is
welcome.
this?
Again,
Turn the TV
we're here to
off.
talk about real estate. We're here to talk about doing deals. We're here to talk about fixing and flipping houses. We're here to talk about a gentleman that's done over 4,000 deals for the last decade or so, partnering with people just like y'all on this call. And for many of you guys are here today because you know in your gut this is something that you should be looking into, that you should be doing. You just may need to hear directly from the guy who put all this together. He's excited more than ever, Peter, as far as doing deals with partners. We're doing more deals with more partners across the US than ever before. And that's a testament to us and our system, what we put together, but also a testament to the right time in the marketplace. I truly believe that whether you do real estate with us or not, you'll do well. Obviously, if it with us, we'll just add jet fuel to what you're currently doing. So the point of today is again, get your questions answered, hear directly from the gentleman who put all this together. Um, Once Peter gets on here, we'll get started. But while we're doing that, Aaron, real quick, you're from Nashville, is that correct? Well, not Nashville, but close to Nashville, right? Just getting started here. Got your real estate license. Anyone else here a licensed agent at all? No, that's okay. Okay. If you are, there's some advantages there. We'll definitely touch on. Um, but if not, that's okay. We've got everything in place to do that. Any contractors here? We typically attract agents, contractors. Any contractors? Okay. Um, Anyone ever do any real estate before? And if so, how? Wholesaling, Curtis? I know you just bought a big piece of property out there in
That's right.
Douglasville.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that completely ground up? Is that like you got to just it's just raw land
Ground
or
up everything. Yeah, yeah. Clearing the
got it?
land online.
Got it. And obviously there's lots of ways to make money in real estate. Lots of ways, right? But I will promise you this, you need capital to have a seat at that table.
That's
And
right.
we figured out a pretty darn good way to help you generate the capital you need to do whatever you want to do when it comes to real estate, simply by becoming a partner. Pete, we asked a couple of folks here who we've been kind of talking with as a team, and all looking to work with you, all looking to partner up. Just want to take a moment here to hear directly from the man behind it all. So thanks, Pete, for joining the call today.
Well, thank you guys. Thanks for being here. My team asked me to jump on. They said how they kind of presented this to me. They're like, hey, we got a couple people that are very close looking to get started with you. Uh, so let's see how many of them you could blow out. It's interesting when people talk to me, when people listen to me, I kind of kid around, but I don't. One of the things I always want people to experience is me. I mean, it sounds kind of weird when I say that. But before getting started, I want people to always get a taste of me. Like, am I the kind of person you'd want to work with? Do I have the right personality for you? Because if we're going to do this thing, we're going to be partners. Like, we're going to get close. And not all personalities fit. And the last thing I want anybody to do is get in with somebody they're like, well, that ain't my kind of dude. That ain't my personality. So I always want to, before people make that final decision, I always ask my team, hey, get a couple of them together and let them hear it from me for two reasons. One, what I just told you. I just want you to get a feel who I am, kind of how I operate. You guys will see I'm not one of those kind of rah-rah, get excited, you could do it, get up at I believe in you. That's just not my style. I'm very direct. I'm very straightforward. I'm all about having fun. I got 5 kids. Trust me. I know how to have and this morning, my wife out of the blue is like, I feel like keeping him at home. And so like, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to be a crazy day. So, but luckily, not luckily, but they're all at our neighbors right now. So I'm like, okay, good. This is a good chance for me to go to our top floor here and get this done. So I'm all about having fun, but when you're partnering with me and doing deals with me, you guys will see I am all business. Like I'm all business because I understand the immense responsibility people put in me. Nobody ever starts with me because they want to just kind of go through the motions. Nobody ever starts with me because they just want to learn about real estate. I would say 100% of people that start with me, they want to see results. I mean, this is because we're doing deals, right? And so I take that responsibility exorbitantly seriously, exorbitantly seriously. And so anyway, so kind of back to why I want you to hear it from me. But the second reason I always want to say a couple words before getting started with me is I want you to hear from my end what it is I do. I know you guys are here, then you've probably already talked to a teammate of mine, probably had a couple conversations with either Roland or a member of his team. You may have read about me on the internet, whatever, but you got to hear it kind of from the horse's mouth. You got to hear specifically what I do. I have a very, I don't know if it's a unique, unusual, but I have a very specific way I like to describe what I do. And I like to think the way I describe it, it's like it becomes crystal clear. It comes very, very crystal clear. So let's just do this. And the other thing is, I'll be honest with you, when I'm on the other side of these, like when I'm listening to somebody like you, I fall asleep like quick. So I understand. I don't want to hold you guys long. Like I have been known to fall asleep, and then the speaker literally texted me like, "Vekselman, you're embarrassing me." So I don't want to hold you guys long. I don't want to make this boring. I just want to lay it out, and then I want to flip it over to you guys. I want to talk to you a little bit about what I do from my point of view. Then I just want to flip it over to you guys, and whatever questions you may have, whatever somebody may have missed or I may have missed, and all this. By the way, you guys may see me look over to my side. My number one responsibility is to my partners. If you were to see my text threads here, I don't know if you could see them or not, but I'll watch this. I want to show you something. So the first one, I don't know if you could see, it says Chris Rains, Jonah, Jamari Spruill, Chris Pilato, Allison McCube. All of these people, these are not only my partners, but these are partners who are trying to get deals done like today. And so my top responsibility, although I'm glad I'm here with you guys, my top responsibility still remains to my partners. So the reason you see me glance over is because we have closings going on all over the country and people need me to kind of give them the go-ahead, wire the money, close it out and all this. So don't think I'm not paying attention to you guys. But this is my life. This is what I do. I many times tell people, and it's so true, that I consider myself to be the most blessed person in the world. I really do. For 2 reasons. Both I just kind of mentioned to you guys. One, I got 5 kids and a wife, and all of them, even my 3-year-old, I like to think, support me in what I do. And the second thing is I have a bunch of partners like you guys across the nation, and I help them chase their dreams and goals. Like, what else can I ask for? I truly, truly consider myself to be the most blessed person. So anyway, so if you see me glancing away, it's because we got closings going on with a bunch of partners, and I want to give them the green lights to close. Let me explain to you what I do, and let me explain it to you in my own words. And I try to make it as simple as possible. Obviously, you understand the big picture. I do deals with people just like you guys. 100% of all of my deals on the other end have a partner, just like you guys. There's no commonality among my partners. I have partners all the way from East Coast to West Coast. Location doesn't matter. I have partners in major cities, like some of the biggest metropolitan areas in U.S., like Miami's. But I also have partners like BJ and Tracy Medlin in little towns across the United States, like Crocker, Missouri. I went to visit them couple months ago, and it took us 2.5 minutes to go through their whole I said house, not house. Took 2.5 minutes to drive through the whole town. Population 500 people, and just in the first year together, we did over 20 deals. So I have partners all over the country. I have partners with all kinds of backgrounds. I also have partners with all kinds of experience. It's way towards probably about, if you were to take a segment, probably about 35 to 40% of my partners are fairly new. New meaning they've maybe at best have done one deal, wasn't even a perfect deal. But I also have partners on the other side of the gamut. I have partners that have done up to over 500 deals before it even started with me. Why would somebody like that even consider partnering with me that's done hundreds and hundreds of deals successfully? They're looking to grow and they're looking to scale. I don't limit people. I don't limit them how many deals they could do with me. I don't limit them geographically. I have infrastructure in all 50 states, everywhere. I don't limit people. And so we all know why the new person would start with me. That's kind of no-brainer. But again, the reason very, very savvy investors also become my partners every single day is for them, it's all about one thing, scalability. I give them the ability to scale. Okay, let's talk about it. What I do, I like to say, stands on 3 pillars. 3 pillars create the foundation of what I do. And what I want to do as quickly as possible, I just want to explain to you in my own words what these 3 pillars are. And because that's what makes what I do so powerful. By the way, I've done 4,000 deals. I don't know if there's an individual in the United States that's done as many deals as I have. There's hedge funds that buy with their eyes closed. They don't even care what they're buying or if they're making money or not. They just got to spend money. But as outside for them as an individual, I believe I'm probably done more deals than anyone else. Obviously, you guys know what makes the model so special, though, is not me, but every one of my deals right now, on the other side, I have someone like you, a partner. So that's the big picture. Let's talk about the pillars. Pillar number 1 is, I guess you would say, the most important pillar in what I do. Pillar number 1 also took me the longest to put together. Pillar number 1 took me almost 7 years to put together. But it's really the foundational pillar. And by the way, you'll see every pillar solves a problem. So I'll tell you what the problem is, and then I'll explain the pillar, because that pillar is there to solve the problem. Pillar number 1, which took me the longest to put together, solves the biggest problem the real estate industry has. Sometimes I like to have fun. Anybody know what the biggest problem the real estate investing industry have? Like, take yourself off mute. Give me some answers. Let's just talk. If we're going to get to know each other, let's have a conversation.
Lack of capital.
Anybody else have it? Yeah, let's go ahead. Throw it out. If you believe that, just repeat it. Or if you got some other ideas what the biggest problem real estate investing has. Lack of capital. Anybody else want to venture to guess?
Knowing the best deal.
Knowing the best deals. Give me another one. Jose, did you say something?
I'm agreeing with both of those.
Okay, we're doubling those. We're doubling down on those. Any other ideas what the biggest problem is?
Having difficulty sourcing the deal, like sourcing the
finding the deals. Anybody else? Let me tell you what the number 1 problem is. You guys kind of all skirted around the issues, but what I'm going to tell you is something that nobody will tell you in this business. For sure, no guru in the world will tell you what I'm about to tell you. Real estate has an abysmal success rate. An abysmal success rate. Real estate industry, when you look at just the whole industry, has less than 1% success rate. Now, what's crazy about it is, think about the people that put this industry together. They're like super geniuses, aren't they? They have hundreds of thousands, probably millions of people in an industry that may have the worst success rate of anything out there. Like, that takes a genius to set something like that up, right? Like think about what other industry would you guys partake in if you knew it's got would you walk into a hospital, they're like, we have 99% of people walk in here die. Would you go to a grocery store that's got a marquee that says 99% spoiled food? I bet none of you guys would even, I don't know, take your car to a car mechanic that's got such an abysmal success rate. But this is an industry all of you guys are in, and it's got one of the worst success rates. May actually have the worst success rate of any major industry in the United States. And by the way, when I say success rate, I'm not talking about people making millions. I'm talking about anyone even getting any kind of traction. Everybody wants to be in. Everybody goes through the process. Everybody goes through learning, licensing, whatever else they decide to do in the real estate space. But nobody tells them on the other side the chances are stacked against them. Pillar number 1 was created by me. Took me 7 years to put together to overcome that problem. Let me tell you what creates that problem. The biggest reason that problem exists, that again, most people don't understand until they actually start doing whatever they decide to do in real estate. The biggest reason that problem exists is all of the reasons you guys gave me. Each deal has about 20 to 30 different pieces and parts to it. Like you guys said, finding a deal, money, blah, 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 all this stuff. Every deal has every single one of those. It has about 20 actually to 30 different parts and pieces. Almost none of those pieces are even related. Think about it. You become an accountant. Pretty much everything is fairly related. You become an engineer. Everything is pretty much, you buy dry cleaning business, everything's related. You get in real estate industry, 20 to 30 pieces per deal. None of them have anything to do with each other. Like, what does marketing have anything to do with raising capital? What does negotiations have anything to do with working with a contractor? You guys get the point? When you lay out all of these pieces, like truthfully lay them out, not like hide behind it like they don't exist or I don't need to become an expert at them. But when you're honest with yourself and you lay them all out, you realize, holy crap. And here's the other crazy thing about this business. They all got to work. They all got to work. And you got to understand them all. And the reality is most people cross the line of getting in this business and they have not mastered really, maybe one of them at best, maybe a skill set they bring in with them. And that is the biggest problem to this business. Every one of these parts, cleaning titles, rehab teams, marketing, negotiations, contacts to sellers, buying, selling, all of these things are unrelated to each other. But they're huge, huge skill sets that nobody comes in with that type of training, knowledge, understanding, and a skill. And that's really why almost everybody crashes in this business. The people getting you in this business will never tell you that. I promise you. They will never, ever tell you that. Because they play the numbers game. They know if they pump 1,000 of you guys in there, one will make it by accident, and that's enough for them to do whatever they need to do. Everybody else will pay a bunch of money along the way to do whatever they're going to do, usually from learning perspective. And that's how this industry exists. I hate to say it. I don't mind saying it because I believe I've solved all of these things. So pillar number 1 solves that problem. I realized many years ago as I started building that pillar number 1 to solve this problem, there was only one way to solve it. And that was not the way that most people try to do it. By taking a partner like yourself and saying, you know what, I'm just going to show you how to do every single one of those. Impossible. It's taking me thousands of deals to get to it took me developing a whole team around you, dumping millions of dollars into things. It was impossible to take that kind of the route that everybody would say, well, you just teach these people all these things. No, it doesn't work that way. Not at the level you have to be to really do it at any consistent level. So the pillar number 1 basically said this: to solve that problem, I and my team take all of those pieces off my partners and we put it on ourselves. I realized that many years ago. The only way to solve it is that we have to take, listen to this, it's very important. We take 90 to 95% of every deal and we execute it for my partners. Simple as that. It's the only way to do it. Because I know how to do it at the highest level. I put together a team around me that knows how to do it at the highest level and all this. So when you're partnering with me, you're only doing about 5% of the deal. That's helping us find the deal, obviously. You probably know that by now. But 90 to 95% of the deal, my team and I do. So let me just kind of rattle off what it is we do. You don't have to write this down. You don't have to take notes. You probably know it by now. Number 1, you still got to know what you're doing. So we have an incredible hand-holding, basically my experience and knowledge transfer to the partners, because you still got to know what you're doing. Okay. Number two, and I'm just giving you the highlights. I'm not going to go through all the 20, but these highlights, you should get the point. Number two, we have an underwriting platform. So as a partner, when you bring the deals in, boom, boom, boom. Most people totally devalue that. They don't even get it. Like, what do you need an underwriting platform? I'll tell you why, and a lot of you, some of you guys who are on this call are going to be like, oh yeah, that's me. If you ever want to waste time in business, get into real estate. This is a brilliant business for staying busy and have zero to show for it. Can anybody relate to that statement? Yeah, like you got stuff like oh yeah, I'm busy. Awesome, let me check your checking account out. Oh, no need to do that. This is really what the underwriting platform does. It takes my partners and puts you in a position kind of like red light, red light, red light, stop, 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 waste of time, waste of time, good, 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 green light, green light, green light. You see what I mean? So the underwriting platform, it steers the partners to be efficient and effective with their time on deals. Critical. Next, we have a platform for our partners to learn from and tap into the biggest piece of any real estate deal that will have the biggest impact on your bottom line. There's one part of real estate deal that has the biggest impact on your bottom line. It's nothing to do with contracting. Has nothing to do with literally even with how much you could sell it for. All these things that people think. The biggest piece in every single deal that exists that has the biggest impact on your bottom line is your ability to do a price drop, negotiate that deal. You can't fix it well enough to affect it 30, 40%. You can't sell it high enough to one realtor sells it for 100, the next one sells it for 150. That doesn't happen. Can't do any of those things. But if you become a brilliant negotiator, you can affect every single deal 30, 40, 50%. It's the biggest, most important piece of real estate. And most people have no concept. Like when I explain it, yeah, that makes sense. Well, how good are your skills? Oh, well, I don't know. I haven't really practiced. Well, because you can't practice that stuff. Anyway, so we have a negotiations piece that all of my partners go through to give you the ability to drop an average price 20, 30, 40, 50%. Huge. I have a national closing team, so you don't have to worry about closings. Again, another thing people don't worry about. Closing? Why do I have to worry about that? I just call it closing attorney. That's crap. It's not how closings work. Closings is an art form. It is literally an art form. I have Miss Mary. She's been with me for 15 years. She heads up my closing infrastructure all over the nation, every single state, every single city. She is the best. She is the best at it in the country. So you don't have to worry about closings. Obviously, you guys know I put up 100% in the money. As a partner, when you're doing deals with me, there's no limit on how many deals we do. Okay, no limit how many deals we do, and you never have to put even a penny into anything. I put up the earnest money, buy it, fix it, sell it, carry it, insurance, taxes, overages, overrun, whatever, 100%. I also do something that a lot of people don't know until they start with me. I assume all the liability. That's huge. Which means, let's play worst case scenario out. We're doing a deal, we end up losing money on it. After 4,000 deals, do I still lose? Do some deals lose money? Yeah, that's real. That's business. I've never had a partner even lose a penny. So even if we lose 20 grand, I've had stroke checks of closings over 6 figures. Partners never lost even $1 with me. By the way, what I just explained to you is the perfect business. If you're partnering with me, it is impossible for you to lose anything, but yet you're capitalizing on 100% of the upside. That's called the perfect business. Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist in real estate, 100%. And as far as I know, doesn't exist outside of real estate. This is why I have more partners doing more deals than anybody else in the country. All 50 states, all the major cities, all the second and third tier cities, and in places that most of you guys have never heard of before. It's a perfect setup. Can't lose money, you make all the upside. Pretty darn good. Next piece that we do is we have the ability to deploy construction teams across the United States. So if you don't know how to do that piece, I could do that, okay? Um, shoot. So I have the ability to do that. And I have an infrastructure. Let's say we sell the properties off to create our profits. I have an infrastructure for that with realtors all over the place. We sell them and split the profits down the middle, 50-50. Everything I just described, my team does for you. Everything I just described, my team does for you. The only thing that we ask your help in is to help us find the deals. By the way, remember I said that transfer of knowledge, the training, it's all about that. So I don't expect you to know how to find deals. You don't know how to find deals. And if you think you know how to find deals, you don't know how to find the kind of deals I'll show you how to find. That's all of our training and support and all this. So what I just described to you is pillar number 1. I'm trying to go quick, but you guys get the point. We execute 90 to 95% of every deal. We do everything I just said we do for you. You don't got to worry about it. We want you to be part of the ride so you learn how to do it, but it's on us. Pillar number 2. Pillar number 2 is that 5 or 10% that we ask you to do. And that's simply this. Okay? That is simply this. Sorry, guys. I got to sign off on the closing here. Text you. Pillar number 2 addresses actually the 5% you do. So what's the problem I solved there? Your responsibility to help us find a deal. Problem's very simple. Anybody thinks finding deals is easy? Raise your hand. It's not. It's one of the most difficult things you could do in real estate. And that's what pillar number 2 is. I solved the problem of making finding deals actually easy. Here's how I did that. Let me explain to you how that problem is created. That problem is created because when people get into real estate, they are forced to make a decision. What do you want to do? Everybody does that. I want to I want to fix and flip. I want to be a realtor. I want to do creative deals. I want to do wholesale deal, whatever. Nobody questions that. They're setting you up for failure by doing that. And let me tell you why everybody thinks finding deals is difficult and why they're setting up for failure by making you make a decision of what you want to do. Whatever you decide to do, whatever strategy, whatever technique, whatever you decide to do, all of those things come what are known as their own buy boxes. Kind of like, okay, this is your bullseye of the seller. Like, I want to buy fix and flips. Okay, this is the seller. I want to be a realtor. This is the seller. I want to do creative deals. This is the seller. So what I want to do is matched up to a particular what's called buy box. Are these buy boxes big or small? What do you guys think? Big or small? Easy or hard to hit?
Hard. I don't know.
Impossible. You guys should know this. If you're ever try to find a deal, who thinks it's easy to find deals? Like good deals, not crap deals that are floating all over the place. I'm talking about good deals. The reason it's hard is because every strategy, whatever you decide to do, has a small buy box. You don't realize it until you start doing it. So here's pillar number 2, and here's how I solved that problem. I started stacking buy boxes on top of each other. I said, you know what? I'm not going to be what 100% of everybody else does. Get in the business, choose whatever you want to do and associate with the buy box. I said, I'm going to do all of that. So now when you're partnering with me, we could do wholesale deal, hotel deals, as is flips, subject to, owner finance, fix and flips, lease options, all of that. I have every single buy box included. And when I have every single buy box included, does that make sense? I have the biggest buy box that exists for finding deals. Which means finding deals for me is easier than you could ever imagine doing anything else you're going to do in this business. That's important. So pillar number 1, we do 90-95% of the deal for you. Pillar number 2, I created a system that makes finding deals for me easier than finding deals 100% if you're trying to do this yourself. But if you're doing it for someone else, with someone else, there's no either way to do it because I have every single buy box. And we also do different types of deals. I mean, not different types. That's the buy boxes. Also different types of properties, like we do houses, mobile homes, modular homes, townhomes, land deals, getting new construction. So not only all the strategies, but different types of properties, and that's what created the biggest buy box that exists. And the third thing that I solved is this, the third pillar. Third pillar says when you get in this business, you got to go out there and you got to find deals. You could actually get in the business and set up an infrastructure around you where the deals start coming to you. And that's pillar number 3. Show my partners how to set up an infrastructure that the deals actually start coming to you. And that's the game changer also, by the way. So those are the 3 pillars. That's what I do. That's how I do it. I actually went longer than I thought. I apologize. Your turn, guys. First of all, how many of you guys going to start with me? Just so let's get that person. Like, has anybody made a decision yet? Are you guys in the... Anybody? Okay, Curtis.
I made a decision.
Aaron,
100%.
you're going to go next. I'm going to go with Curtis, okay? And then Aaron, you. Curtis.
Well,
Go ahead, Curtis. You were first.
So I raised my hand. You said how many people are going to go with you?
Yeah, how many people are getting started? I want to give you a chance first to go.
I still don't understand what you're asking. I'm sorry.
How many people are going to start with me, like start partnering, join my partnership?
Oh, I definitely am. I am. Yes.
Okay. Any questions for me?
Oh,
I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Anybody have any
Okay.
questions for me?
Gotcha. Okay. I understand now. I do have some questions.
Yes, sir.
So you talked about the success rate it being abysmally low, and I'm wondering if is that accounting for, like, I guess, the large amount of real estate agents out there, or I guess what I'm trying to ask is, if you took just this specific vertical, like the investing, et cetera, is the success rate a little higher, or is it even lower?
No. It is the investing vertical.
Okay.
It is the investing vertical. And the reason for it, Curtis, is what I said. 100% of people have no concept of what it really takes to do a deal. Each deal, that's what I was explaining to you, each deal has about 20 to 30 different pieces in it. You, Curtis, if you do this by yourself, have to become an expert in each one of those. It is impossible because these are skill sets. Like, you got to know how to negotiate at a high level. You got to know how to work with contractors at a high level. You got to know how to work with attorneys at a high level. You got to know how to raise capital. No one's got those skill sets. No one's got those skill sets. So anyway, there's a lot of reasons why the success rate is so low, but that's the biggest right there. Too many moving pieces in this business that every single deal has. Not just one deal, all of them have those moving pieces. And you better be hitting every single one of those pieces out of the ballpark. And if you don't, everything just comes crashing down. That's why most people that get in, they're like, yeah, they're in. What does that mean you're in? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going through the motions. Okay. Most people are just literally going through the motions of this business. I don't care if you're an investor, realtor, whatever. No one stops and looks around and says, why isn't anybody making money? There you go. It's a hard business. Everybody wants to be in it, but no one's making really any money. And people know that. When I bring it up, they're like, "Hey, you're right. I go to these meetings. Everyone's excited. No one's making money." That's reality. That's what I've solved. How to start doing this thing successfully.
Okay. Excellent.
Make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
All right, so you're starting with me?
Yes.
Who are you talking to already, Curtis, on my team?
The gentleman that was on the call, actually, Roland.
Roland.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, hook up with him afterwards. Let's get started.
I certainly will.
Okay, I like it. Miss Aaron, sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm hoping to, and I'm still working on it. I'm very, very excited. I haven't been able to say absolutely yes right now, this minute, but I'm very, very intrigued and excited. Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I remember you. We talked about a week ago.
Yes, we did.
I remember you.
When you were saying that you do all the construction and all that stuff, do you always take care of that whole part of it, or do we ever have to be?
No, you never have to be. Only if you want to, or if you have the skill set. But no, you never have to be.
Okay, okay. And so you're essentially the hard money lender, right?
No, 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 no,
Obviously.
no. I'm a partner. I'm not a lender.
Okay,
I take
okay.
the response. No, a lender is different. You're gonna have to put 20% down. You're gonna take the
Right.
risk. You got to make payments. No, no. Remember, you put zero, zero, zero,
Yes.
zero, zero. No, no. I'm not a lender. I'm a partner. But I do all
You're
those
part.
other things on top of that.
Okay, okay. I didn't mean it like that, I know you're a partner, but I
Yeah,
didn't,
yeah. I put up the money. That's what you meant. Yes, I put. That's
right,
one of
right.
the things I do is I put up all the money.
Yes, yes. And is there, when you get your money back plus 50% of the profit, do you have an interest rate on your money too, or just 50% of the profit?
Yeah, yeah. There's a small whatever it cost us. But remember, you
Okay.
have zero in and 50% out. That's called an infinite return.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
You have
I'm just,
zero in and 50% out. That means you're
yes,
making infinite amount of money in your money.
right. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, yes. Um,
Other questions, Aaron or
are most of your deals things that you would be getting into and wanting to get out of relatively quickly, like a flip scenario? Like I know you mentioned land deals and other things.
yeah, yeah. We usually
That's
want to be
not
out within a couple months. 5, 6 months maximum.
okay. Okay.
My partners want to make money.
Right.
So when it comes to right, we find a deal and we start talking about all the different things that we can't handle ourselves. Obviously, that's going to be an extra cost that's going to eat away on the profit, correct?
Nope, totally incorrect. I'm not sure even how you got that.
I'm just asking, right?
No,
You have
no, no, absolutely not. No, no. We do all those things. That's part of. I do all of those things.
okay. All right. Well, that sounds good. And then also the transparency, right? How do we know when we pay this money or when we invest this money, right? That this program is not just going to dissolve or is another pyramid scheme. And I hate to be transparent like that, but that's
No, it's a
exactly
good question. I've
that's
done.
the
No,
question
no,
that I
fair
need.
question. Common sense and experience. I've been doing this for 20 years. I've done 4,000 deals. Probably by now, it would have probably crashed on itself by now. You know, but obviously only God has a guarantee. So that's not me. But yeah, no, we're not going anywhere. 20 years doing this. 4,000 deals done.
I appreciate the opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. Who are you talking to, Jose?
David,
Okay, awesome. Are you in?
with the model and everything, yes, but I'm still obviously thinking about it because, all right, I'm going to speak for myself, right? We're 9 to 5 people, right? And I've been trying to make the transition for at least a year and a half, 2 years, because I started investing in tax deeds and everything like that. And we managed to be successful in acquiring them. And now the challenge is with the rest of the steps that you're speaking about. And the thing that intrigues me the most is how you're able to be that partner and do that much. To be honest, it feels too good to be true kind of thing, right? But definitely sounds great, So with that, but to give another amount of money, thousands of dollars, it just, is another piece of the pie, 8,000, 12,000, but it's very fractional to what you're able to make. So I understand.
Yeah, yeah. You got to learn to trust yourself, guys. You got to learn to trust yourself. And you got to learn to make a decision. I mean, if it's not the right thing, it's not the right thing. But,
Right.
by now, somebody would have put a hole in it. Don't try to put a hole into something that's working. When you do that,
Thank
you're
you for
just
taking
hurting.
the time, Peter.
Yeah, you're just hurting yourself. But yeah, get together, and I'd love to work with you, Jose. Aaron, I know we cut you off. Did you have another
No,
question?
I don't think so. I don't think so right this minute. Um, it's all my head's been spinning with all this. It's just, yes, very, very, very exciting. So, and
Yeah,
Roland's
don't
been
overthink it
awesome.
too much.
Nah, I don't. It's more excitement than anything else.
Well, good. Then let's get started. You haven't seen nothing yet. I promise you. All right, guys. Who's got the next question?
Looking at the questions.
Yeah, I had a question as far as how the deals are acquired or where we find the deals. It sounds like a lot of it's like direct to the seller, like you know, meeting with them directly. Is there other options like auctions and through other wholesalers that we can get deals? Or is
No
it
deals from wholesalers, zero deals from wholesalers. There's no opportunity there. No deals from MLS and realtors, zero. All of that is just they're designed for newbies. They're designed for people who don't know this business to trick them and get them to make mistakes. There's no deals on MLS. There's no deals from wholesale. It's all on what you said first, direct to owner. So all of our systems, all of our training, all of our connections are direct to owner, direct to owner, direct to owner. You got it. So that's exactly what we show you how to do, how to find deals. We don't talk about too much other parts of the business because we got those handled. It is all about what you said, direct to owner, direct to owner, direct to owner.
Hi, Peter. Hello, Peter.
Ready, Shirley?
Hi. You say you do land deals as well?
Mm-hmm.
Are there particular acres that you're looking for? You're in Georgia, right?
Yeah, I mean, we do them all over the country.
Okay. Are there particular
No, the deals
acres
just got to make sense. I do deals all over the country.
Mhm. Okay. So as far as the property, as far as land deal, is it land lots or land?
Yeah, we do land lots. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All righty.
Any other questions? Well, I think everyone's gone that's on here, right, Roland?
Yeah, we have iPhone who was trying to unmute, I think. So, sir, if you wanted to speak now, would be a good time before we take off here.
I've got a quick question for you guys.
Curtis, talk to me.
So, I live here in Georgia. I'm in Douglasville currently. And
Okay. Yeah, I'm in Atlanta.
oh, excellent, excellent. So, man, I drive around all the time, and I see, a lot of homes for sale by owner. And you mentioned something about that when you were talking about, the different kind of deals you do. And could you talk about that a little bit, like the for sale by owner? I guess you're just looking for
Mostly
someone.
waste of time. If they're on any website, if all it is just little sign for sale by owner, that's it, that's a possibility. If they're on Zillow for sale by owner or on forsalebyowner.com, 100% waste of time.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
So, but you have ways to contact those for sale by owners.
Oh
I mean,
yeah. That's the only
so
thing we show you is how to work with directly to owner. That is our whole 99.9% of our training. Exactly what Curtis is asking, exactly what you just brought up.
okay, and all of that. So it's not necessarily for sale by owner. I mean, you can get access. Your company can access that information for us. It's not
Yeah, we
like
don't want to go in for sale. We just direct to owner. That's how you want to be thinking. Kind of that's what Curtis is talking about. Direct to owner, direct to owner, direct to owner. That's where all the action is.
and that is that basically for sale by owner? Or am I not catching that? Is direct
Yeah,
to
yeah.
owner?
I mean, yeah, direct to owner, whatever you want to call it, direct to owner. That's where all the opportunities are. Direct
Okay.
owner. Yep.
But that can be done from our computers, not necessarily driving to Georgia or whatever.
Why would you drive to Georgia?
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying that
Yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
you have the ways to find them that's not listed
That's
under traditional.
everything, exactly what we teach you. That's exactly what we do. Like exactly what Curtis and you are talking about. That's all of our training platform. It's everything we do. By the way, that's the keys to the kingdom when it comes to this business. I mean,
Mhm.
that is the keys to this business. No question
Right.
about it. That's where all the money is.
Do you have
Sorry,
a
guys.
minimum profit margin you're looking for when
It depends on the strategy we do, but we can go all the way down to 10% profit margin, which no other investor could do except for me. So that's why I said finding deals for me is easier than anything you'll ever experience.
10%. Wow.
All right, Pete, I think we may be all questioned out here.
Everybody good?
Yep, I think so.
All right, guys, get back with the people you're talking to. This is your chance. Just let me be crystal clear. This is your chance. Opportunity and timing is in front of you. And I hope to be working with a number of you. I really do. But thank you all for being here. Touch base with whoever invited you here. And thanks, guys.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you very much.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it. Have a good day.